Jet Setters, how's it going today? Good, I hope. Thanks for joining in on another video. Yeah, I've got this love for old ghost towns, abandoned towns. This one's definitely abandoned. But anyway, welcome back, Jet Setters. I'm a little place called Alawoona. And what's that I hear you say? Where else Alawoona? Well, Alawoona is about 35 k's south of Loxton and about 125 k's east of Tarlin Bend, Murray Bridge type of area, along the Karoonda Highway. Okay, you've asked where Alawoona is. We'll get the map out. We're in Australia, and we go down to a little place. Where's my pen? In here. We get a little place down the Stintanara, up through there. So we've got a bit better map, and if I can get this to focus right for me, there's Loxton. We come down to Alawoona, that's the start of our journey. Then we travel from there down through Womi, Sandalwood, and eventually into Karoonda, and that's our trip between there and there. Of abandoned towns, forgotten towns. A lot of it's pretty sad, actually, very sad. Karoonda come into its own. I've got conflicting dates, but I dare say, basically in a nutshell, when the railways come through in 1906, and the railway come through to hook up with Barmera, and then so 1906, then the spur took off down into Loxton. So when that all started happening this place got called known as the Junction Town. So that was in around 1906, and that's when this place just started to flourish. Like I said about conflicting dates of when it was here, but I think when the railways was here it was 1906, and when the town was proclaimed it was in around 1914. So, you know, a little while afterwards. I suppose it takes a little while for a town to get established. Anyway, in this little town, what we're going to walk around today, used to have a hall was built. Most importantly, a footy club and grounds. Police station, baker, butcher, two general stores. Wouldn't believe that, would you? Two. And I'll try and find some information about this place of where these lot of towns, these buildings were. And it's really hard to sort of find that. And I'm not a researcher, so this is just all what I see here. And for what it's worth, people, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a I don't know what you call it, but I'm not a journalist. I'm just somebody off the street on a hobby, got a passion for old towns. So if I say something or put an incorrect date on, I'm terribly sorry. And if I find out, if you people know better, please let me know in the comments, and I will correct it. So this place here, Railway Terrace, is or the Karoonda Highway, and Karoonda itself is back down that way, where you're looking. And I can hear beehives somewhere. Anyway, I don't know whether you guys can hear that or not. But anyway, so let's start off the the hall. And when you got a town that can hold so many people, which we'll get onto a little bit later, you got to build a hall. Well, this hall here, this one here, Alawoona Institute, is opened up in 1927. That hall is big enough to house 400 people. Huge. Huge. Now, I haven't been able to get inside this one, but I do like to get inside them if I can, so I can say what's in them. Like a little town I went through to Karoonda, and went there and they had a picture theatre inside. Yeah, anyway, that's the hall. (1914) to today, I suppose. Hey, jet setters, don't you love it when you get new equipment and you don't know quite how to use it? I was just doing some filming in around Alawoona, and I just had it all on the wrong setting, so I could have this whole segment last about 4 seconds. Anyway, yeah, where do I start? Alawoona, postcode 5311, South Australia. Alawoona, local Aboriginal name for hot winds. The railway came to Alawoona in 1906. The town was surveyed and proclaimed as a town in 1914. Population by census 2006, 250. When making this video, be lucky to have 40 people. Alawoona had 3 churches, a school, over 100 kids, police station with a cell, bank, bakery, 2 general stores, football club with change rooms, institute hall with a capacity of 400 people. This is the Alawoona police station. It was opened up for business in 1924 with a lock-up out the back of an 8x8 shed, and everything been told to me is I made a bloody good oven in the summer and a good fridge in the winter. So you imagine what it's like in there. One door, no windows. I don't think they even had a tap in there. So yeah, but eventually after they did get this police station built in 1924 was the date when it was opened up for business. There's a lot of thieving going on, a lot of sly groggers, a lot of hobos. The hobos were the main problem in and around the town, hiding in around the railway carriages. And all this happened from 1924 to 1947. If they had a dog like that there at the moment, I don't think they would have had much troubles. The bakery ran from 1921 to 1970. Had a couple of owners, but that was it. About 1921 to 1970. Love this traffic. Side of the bakery. The baker's oven itself inside. And this is a boarding house with rooms to rent. Picture of the bakery from the front. And a few years earlier, this one. Yeah, as walking down through here, I come up to the other general store and the side of the first service stations. Here, now I can't quite read what the grocery stop up there is. Grocery shop. Name on the. No, I'm only guessing what is on top up there. I'd love for somebody to be able to put a comment in and tell me what the name of the shop was. But definitely got 2 service stations out the front. Yeah, some of the houses around here, you know, we've got some dogs in around that area as well. I suppose good reason to be. You got all sorts of people walking around with cameras and that type of thing. Yeah, not bad looking houses though, all been painted up. Yep, there's somebody just there, see him there? Out there just standing, watching us. Walking in and around Alawoona, found 3 petrol pump sites. So I'm assuming there were 3 service stations there. Could not find the site of the bank. I dare say it's in around there. Was some old buildings, derelict buildings, half fallen down around the back streets. I didn't think that would be one of them. I did find the old school. People living in that now made it into a home, so I didn't film any of that. But I did find 2 out of 3 churches and spoke to a lovely gentleman who, him and his wife, are living in one of the churches now. Hey, jet setters. From what I understand, this is the site of the footy oval and the Clubrooms. There's an old house on here, which I don't understand. Again, if somebody can let me know what the go with this house is at the footy oval, it'd be really good to know. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm looking at. As I look up into the roof, yes, it's got a couple of holes up there. I'm not going inside. It does look quite sound. This could have been the clubrooms of the footy club. One main door at the front, two at the back. So I reckon this is where it might even be the cricket pitch out there now. You can see it or not, just straight out there. Maybe, maybe not. Imagine the crowd roaring away. Hey, no, bloody umpires. Well, jet setters, if you hunt, you shall find. Well, I reckon I found the tennis courts. May have been also netball courts through here. You can just see painted lines on top. So this would have been the, or maybe even the clubrooms was here somewhere too. Maybe on this. But I reckon that other one, the brick ones, were the footy ones. But yeah, imagine the game of tennis going on here. A couple of games. the long frocks, I suppose they would have called them, having a hit of tennis. The size rackets we used to use. They used to use those real big ones, didn't they? Maybe even during the winter time to get the ball being kicked around out through there. Yeah. Yes. Yesteryear. I'd move to somewhere like this here. It's interesting. Would be good if it had a shop, but if it hasn't got one, doesn't really matter. And a place like Alawoona, you're only 35 k's from Loxton. You know, people travel that every day, twice a day, just to go to work. Imagine if you just live there, maybe retired people. Yes, I've met some retired people who just of late, and last half, 3/4 an hour, where those people have moved from the big city, from Adelaide, from Melbourne, Geelong. One was from Sydney, never to return to the big smoke again. Just finds it so relaxing. And the wife and I, the squeeze myself, we're having that discussion at the moment. It's so beautiful out here. It's just so beautiful. You can hear a fly fart at 80 metres. When there's no wind around, further. Look, just look. Look. Tranquil. All you can hear is my feet on dry twigs. I eventually got here to the cemetery, Alawoona Cemetery. Now, when the Loxton and Waikerie Council said they'll, back in the day, said they'll allot so many sites, 700 they did for this site. Now that's a fair whack of, that's a big number. Without going through a lot of stats and all that sort of stuff, not overly interested, but just thought I'd come out and have a bit of a look. And the first one was back in 1923, and the first one also I think was a young girl who died elsewhere and buried here. Then there was another one who died here and buried somewhere else, still all in the same district, but some interesting times back then. But anyway, I'll spin you around and let you see what I'm looking at. And I dare say some of these people who are deceased here now have still got family in the area, live on the farms. Some may have moved away, and there's some here don't look that old. We'll investigate. Is this videoing? Is this stuff good for videos? Mostly not, but I find it very interesting anyway. Yeah, I'll go and have a look anyway. Yeah, jet setters. Sad place to go, but there's one place where we're all going to end up one day or another. Yeah, the youngest one here, youngest gravesite, is 2011. Yeah, but I dare say the 700 allotted will go back up through there. Like I said, this is not everyone's cup of tea. It's not riveting video, but a lot of people do find it interesting. Okay. A little place called Womi. They say it's the heart of scrub, stumps and sand. So there's not much going for it apart from this bloody pub. And I love to spend the night here, but it's been closed for a little while. Let's go past and have a bit of a look. Looks like it'll have some fantastic history in behind it. How many times have you guys driven past it? Hey? How many times have you stopped and had a proper look? Let's get up a bit close and personal with it. Yep, the Womi pub. Yes, not a bad little spot to come. I wish places like this could live. You know, I love going there and have an ale, have a squash or something like that. But it's private residence now. Imagine the stories this place could tell. I bet you the local walloper would have had to run a few out of this in its time. But I'm not too sure when the last time it served its last beer. I did hear they did try and get it up and running again. Sorry about the traffic. It is a really busy place up along the Karoonda Highway. Yeah, you just don't see stuff like that anymore. Could possibly be a beehive inside there. There should be left one on that one. But anyway, lounge. It's written on the glass windows there. It's, anyway. I think the only people who live here now are pigeons. Up the top there. Yeah. Very, very sad. It's strange, you know, as you walk down the Karoonda Highway, you see all these houses. A lot of them are still lived in. Some use them as holiday shacks. Nice and quiet, but I know some up for sale, waiting to be sold. Beautiful kept lawns. I'll show you what I'm looking at anyway, instead of me just gabbling on here. Look at that. Beautiful. Then there's the old hall. Wander up to the old hall. Now, unlike the hall at Alawoona, which is used fairly regularly, the hall here at Womi is the only thing it's using here is the pigeons again and bloody vandals. Pigeons got a fair bit of say around the place here. Yeah, like I was saying, the hall at Alawoona is used 3 or 4 times a year on a very regular basis. This one here has fallen into big disrepair. Very sad. But anyway, you know, there's a few more houses just here. Beautiful green grass. The water must be okay. I wonder if it's okay to drink, don't know. But Telecom's still got the pits out the front, or Telstra, so it must have some sort of communication here still. Yeah, not too bad of a spot to stop. It's even got a public telephone out there. Now, we all know about public telephones nowadays. They're all free. So I can go across there and ring up anyone I like. Ring up the missus for nothing, won't cost you a cent. Might even do that. As you'll be able to work out, I'm in behind the pub, and I got told of there's a swimming pool out the back, so I've just gone for a bit of a look, and I think I found it. I don't think they use it anymore, but it's inside the other side of a fence, which I won't go to because a fence is in between us. But I'll turn you around and show you what I can see. It's a swimming pool. Hey, jet setters. Place I've been past quite a few times. For the first time I've ever called into it. Sandalwood. Right. Yeah, you have to turn off the main road to get to it. I suppose you can call it a bypass road, but there's no turns. You have to literally turn off the highway to get to this place. Come across this fantastic hall. Haven't found the year and all that was built, but fantastic. And it's still used today. You can tell by some of the rubbish what some of the people have used. But if you're travelling past and you want somewhere to stay, just an overnighter, roll out the swag, like there's nothing here. You might find an old school or something like this, I suppose, around. There is toilets here. That's well looked after. So we'd expect you to do the same. But I've driven past this quite a few times and never realised. It's worthwhile coming into some of these places to have a look, have a stop. How will they say? Smell the roses. It's a bloody hot day today, very muggy. The breeze just started to pick up, so I'm pretty grateful for that. Drying out all the sweaty spots. Beautiful, absolutely bloody beautiful. You can come in here. You can tell by the tyre marks in the ground. So there's some regular people who come past here, stoppers. They may even stop and spend the night here. I can see the odd caravan's been here before, and it's been pretty good. It looks like they looked after the place. But I wish they had. If they had a donation box, you could put in a donation for of water. I dare say the water's. No, I wouldn't drink the water. No. Anyway, if they had a donation box, you could give some donations to them. Anyway, absolutely beautiful out through there. Hear the birds. Yeah, I know. Solo art, I know it is. But you got to admit, that's not bad, eh? You know, you got to give credit where credit's due, and I reckon credit's due on that artist there. I'll see if I can find some guff on who did it and how many litres of paint. That's always interesting, especially if they don't always put on there how many litres and that, but that's always interesting how much they do. That's pretty good, eh? This is at Karoonda. Hey jet setters, when you're doing the Karoonda Highway up through to Alawoona and that, and all these other little places along the way, calling to Karoonda. That's where the solo art, one of the ones I'm pretty impressed with anyway, one there, and have a look up the Pioneer Park at Karoonda. I'll take you in there and give you a bit of a look what you can expect to find. Mrs. and I come through here a couple of years ago, I suppose, and we had a bit of a look. Not everything was open back then, but I'll bring you in. But I'll tell you a little bit about the trains in around the place. Whoever's putting their time and energy into this sort of stuff, I take my hat off to them. I've got no hat on now. A lot of work. They are to be commended. So come along, drop in a donation. It's just up here. I'll spin you around. I'll show you what I'm looking at. There we go. Rightio, so we're going over Captain's Hook, eh? Methodist Church. And during the holidays, I dare say it could be opened. Don't know. But been bought in, reconstructed. Yeah, I'm a bit unlucky today. Everything's shut up. I dare say it's not school holidays, and yeah. But there's the old trains. Bring them down, let them run around, and have a look. It's part of the history, part of Australia history, up along the Mallee. Seen a few of these. This one's not open at all. Houses, some meat houses, and some they actually is where they lived in. Some humpies. Yeah, going through there, keeping low so it stays cool. So, like I was saying, going through Karoonda, heading through the Loxton, or if you come back from that way, you're heading back into Tarlin Bend, that sort of place. Call in, have a look, have a stretch, make a couple of bucks in the donation box. There's some trains there. Everything's shut up at the moment. I just got the wrong timing. Yeah. Throwing a couple of bucks in there, keeps them all going, and it's good exercise. Yeah. Well, jet setters, that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in to abandoned towns along the Karoonda Highway from Alawoona to Karoonda. Yeah, please like, subscribe, tell a friend. It'd be really good. Leave a comment below. If you think I've missed something or should go back and have a look at something, let us know. Really much appreciated. Yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Did you know when it rains in Sweden, you gotta stop driving? How am I meant to know when it rains in Sweden? All jokes aside, this year's resolution, I was actually thinking of going to go onto a diet, trying to lose some of my belly. But honestly, I reckon I just got too much on my plate. Whoa.